story from the project. Innocent black man. Let me be clear. Damn, man. The story from the project.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge. Today is day number 75. It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's the end of the week. It's been a up and down week, but ultimately we was leaning on the green side. We tried to finish that today also as well. We didn't want to go in red because you know if you finish red on Friday, the weekend becomes longer than it needs to be. But we didn't do that. We finished green. I'm going to tell you exactly how we pulled it out. And today, midday market recap. All right, y'all. So let's go over the trades from this morning. In the pre-market, I saw a couple things shaking, but ever since I've short my watch list in 2025 to only 2 stocks, a lot of that has just become noise. I still keep my eye on it because you want to be in tune with the market. Anyway, the 2 stocks I watch is SPY and Meta. Our first trade today was on SPY to the upside, 941. And we actually lost on this, and I'm going to tell you exactly how we lost, and we was going to win on it. Let's pull a chart up. All right, cool. Yeah, I know I trade the 5-minute time frame. That's my favorite time frame because I get a good gauge of how the trend is moving at that moment. So 9:30, the market squeezes up to the moving average, the 10 EMA. All right, but I don't like the first candle unless it's enough evidence that it's running. But that wasn't it today. 9:35, we have a candle of indecision, and that's when I noticed, okay, cool. Now who's going to take control? That let me know. Then the next candle, the 9:45 candle, opens up. I noticed that the bulls have taken control. I'm in this candle, but SPY for some reason, like I said, is running into that move. It's kind of sitting on that moving average. So now I'm kind of holding for a little while, waiting. And I was going to be green on this. As it squeezes up, I add one more contract because I'm thinking I'm in the right direction. And I accidentally put in a sell order when I was below my average price. And that caused me to take a small loss. It was only $3 loss, but we would have won on that one. And that's how we started the day red. And you know, I hate to trade from a position of handicap, but that's what happened. But I didn't lose my cool because $3, it's only a bagel and cream cheese. So that was nothing to me. Anyway, we jumped over into our next trade, which was Meta. Let's pull it up. Meta. All right. We got into this at 950 to the downside. I noticed when I came over to Meta had a lot of energy. 930, Meta had a candle of indecision. 935, another candle of indecision, but this one had a crazy upper wick. You can see it there. Let me know the bulls trying to squeeze it up, but the bears kind of holding them down. But in the morning, it's kind of hard to keep the bulls down, because to me the market has a long bias, not a short bias, or a up bias versus a down bias. And if people think a stock is going to run, if you hold a down position, you got to get out the way. Now you can win sometimes on that when there's a lot of downward pressure, you can see it. But in this case, I didn't see that upper wick. Let me know the bulls really wanted to push it up, and we got on this at 941 to the 950 to the downside. So 935, a candle of indecision with that upper wick. 940, they're squeezing. 945, still squeezing. We jump into this one, and when Meta starts to slow down, like I said, it gets a lot of them wicks. As it squeezes back down, we sell, hop out for a nice win on that one. Like I said, because we got into this at 950 in 11 seconds, and we was out of it 950 in 45 seconds. Sometimes you got to be fast on the trigger. Sometimes it's like how you got to do that. Anyway, our next trade was on Meta again to the upside. This one was at 953, but we lost on this one. So 950, the candle closes. Now we hoping that this continues to squeeze up, and it does. But this lower wick on Meta, like I was telling you a little while ago, the lower wicks on Meta sometimes could pop you out. And once I'm green, you know I'm going with the what? With the guardrails. I went in with the guardrails. That lower wick hit the guardrail, pop this out, and that's how we lost. We ended up closing that trade early, which was cool. Like I said, we're not heavy green right now. So our last trade of the day, which was Meta to the downside at 9:58. So now I'm really watching Meta because I see it has a lot of energy. So once again, the 950 candle, like I said, it closed as a candle of indecision in my opinion. The next candle, 955, it squeezes up. And this is the candle that we jumping, but we jumping as the candles get ready to close because I know we're running into resistance and all-time highs and all that kind of crazy stuff. So as the candle closes, but the next candle, remember we went into the downside, we get a red candle and it squeezes down, and that's the one that gave us what we needed to end the day. You can see it there at about 18 bucks, 1%. I'll take it. We try to get 3%, but like I said, once in a while we may get 4 or 5%. Once in a while we may lose 2%. Ultimately, the goal is to average 3% over the next 70 days. So when we get to day 140, we should see where the account was at if we've been averaging a good amount, 3%. Anyway, that's how the day went, and we'll be back at this tomorrow for day. I'm bugging. We'll be back at this Monday for day number 76. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good weekend.